Go play my intro.
It's what happened.
It didn't.
Hi.
Hey. Well, I don't think anybody watched anyway. So.
Well, people are gonna watch it in the reruns, maybe. You know, all those like tens and tens of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on today?
Oh boy, it's such a hectic day. I'm trying to plan a life, and I don't like adulting.
Me neither. I don't like
Yeah, I
adults.
mean, I thought I was almost done with the wedding planning, but
You
I'm
know,
not.
sometimes.
And
Hey, Mim. This is my friend Mim, or Emily. And
hi, how
we
are
go
you?
back a long way. How are you this morning? You are the first one here.
That's awesome.
I got to tell you a story about Mim. She was babysitting my kids one day, and my mom fixes oatmeal for them, and she puts sugar and cream and everything. And my kids tasted Mim's oatmeal, and they go, "This is like not my mama's oatmeal." That was so funny.
What did she put in? Nothing? Just
I don't know what you've been putting. I don't know what she put. It was funny.
since she was waiting for us. That's sweet.
I love Mim. We ran into each other at Walmart the other day.
Okay.
And I was telling her about my live. She said she likes YouTube, so.
Well, I like YouTube as well. I've been trying to do TikToks, and it's okay. I like it. Sometimes I went on Instagram as well. They are sending me nothing but golden retriever things.
Hey.
I don't even know that I even said that I have a preference for it.
Well, because when you start liking a certain kind of video, that's what they send you.
I think also I might have put golden retriever as a hashtag for my dog.
Oh, yeah.
So once I did that,
Hey,
it was a floodgate.
Yeah.
Hi, Crafty Bunny Boo. Bunny Boo. Bunny Boo
Bunny Boo.
How's it going? I keep thinking about how talented she is.
Mimi's like, remember when I taught Marie how to ride the bike?
Let's see.
We laughed. I think we took a video, a picture, and it looked like she kicked Marie. And I'm like, Mim. I think Marie ran into a car, and it was funny.
My dad,
Mim.
I was really anxious to ride the bike. I had training wheels, and I wanted to do no training wheels. I don't know why I remember this one story. And we went to this supermarket that was closed on Sunday, and we were in the parking lot, and I remember just saying, "Teach me how to ride the bike," and he puts me like on the bike. I just took off, and he goes, "There, I taught you." He goes, "I did a good job."
My God. That's funny.
It was kind of funny. He didn't really need to, obviously. I don't know like what he could have really done to teach me, except like I don't know. I mean, maybe have to do the brake. That might help. It's kind of funny.
Bonnie, she's doing better, but now my son has it. So, yeah. But he's not, it's not severe. Like he's congested and stopped up. But other than that, so he's been taking the regimen of meds that they tell you to take. But yeah.
I woke up with a little sore throat today and I was like, that's terrible. And then as soon as you cough once, you're like, I'm done.
Right.
Yeah. You can't help but think about it.
Right. Yes, Mim, she did run into the car. Poor baby.
Poor car. No.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's
I'm glad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's, you know, I have Lysol all over the house, and I have just bacterial wipes everywhere, you know, so they know to wipe down after they do anything.
we're getting so casual over here, and it's so not. We're, I mean, I know people say you shouldn't always be thinking about it, but you got to think about it a little bit. And I still think like when you come out of a supermarket, you should put some of that gel on your hands and
Right.
before you start
Definitely.
touching your face and all that. I mean, I touch my face too much. That was my
Yeah,
issue
I do too.
with like it initially, because somebody was saying, "Well, put gloves on." I go, "But if I touch the cart and then touch my face with the gloves," my friend's like, "When I wear gloves, I don't touch my face." I'm like, "All right,
Yeah,
that's
because
great."
you know, people they wear gloves, but then they go into their purse and they hold their phone, and then they touch something on. So to me, it's worse. But
I saw in a Chinese restaurant they were making the dumplings with the raw pork,
uh-huh.
and they were making like the little pork meatballs with their glove hands, and then they answered the phone and took somebody's money. So I really thought, like, ew, like they
Right.
touched money and then went back to dump, dumpling
Exactly.
rolling, dumpling
Ew.
rolling.
Yeah, I don't like when they do that. Ma'am, I just made you blue.
Hey, now she can drop a link.
That's right. I don't think
Unless,
she has content.
okay. Well, I actually had most of my followers before I put up any kind of video, which was kind of cool. I was thinking if I could get 2,000 before I do anything,
Yeah, that'd
like,
be great.
wouldn't that be
I
nice?
forgot to look and see what is
I'm
my
not
number.
20 though. You have to be like 20 and look good in a bikini, and then you'd have probably like 1 million followers before you have content.
Right.
Well,
I
you'd
can't
have to have
see my
one bikini
number.
shot.
I can't see my 214. So
I've been looking around at some of the people I follow, and some of them shot up really quickly, but their content is like kind of like beauty content or cooking content. I don't know.
well, I've been slacking in my regular videos. I haven't done any. So after this weekend, I'm having the big garage sale. So after that's finished, I'm gonna do get busy. I should be able to breathe. All that stuff will be gone. I'm like getting rid of the stuff, Bonnie and Mim, that I used to like. I bought in the beginning, and I thought, oh my God, this is gonna sell, and it's just waited, and I never listed it. So I went into boxes that I had never looked in since I bought the stuff, and I kept very little of what I bought. So
That's good.
it's Saturday, ma'am. It's going to be at my shop behind the medicine shop,
You froze.
like across from the Parkles. Saturday at 8. If you want to come early, you can. I was gonna let you.
That's
It'll
good.
be fun.
I
Yeah.
wish I wish I had a shop that I could put stuff out in front of instead of my house. It would be better.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Around
Mhm.
the corner, somebody turned their garage into it looked like a barn, and then they use it as a shop.
Oh,
And
cool.
I mean, it's. I'm trying to like decide if they have a landscaping business or if they do kind of like reselling because it
Yeah.
looks like they get a lot of things in there like
Hmm.
pallets.
Yeah. Oh,
I
I
mean,
wish I
not that I'm
was here.
looking, but
Yeah.
it's definitely an office space. It's huge. My other neighbor built a garage that's like a house, and
My little
he got
office space is so little. It might be 10 by 10, maybe.
mm,
And then it has the bathroom and the kitchen
that's
little
really
bit.
small, 10 by 10. My
It is small.
my former kitchen in New York
Oh,
had a
look
little
at you.
area at the end of it. Hey, Darlene, and
Hey, darling.
it was an 8 by 8 space, and there was no. I turned it into my office, and then my craft room kind of melded in, and my dining room, supposedly dining room table that would fit in there,
Uh-huh.
really like a card table with a little extension. I had about, I'd say, less than a foot of the front of it that I used
Uh-huh.
for my workspace and where I ate. Mostly, we went into the living room and we just sat with a plate on our lap.
Mm-hmm.
But I never lived like these people when I see them sitting down at these like beautifully set tables. I
Right.
kind of
Oh,
like,
no.
I haven't had that. I mean, sometimes when I go to some family dinners, people will do that, but Me personally, I haven't had that in ages.
It's okay, ma'am. The kids hopefully would have directed you in the right direction. Darlene, how's it going, hon?
How's everybody doing?
Anybody doing anything fun today? My dining room is her craft storage room.
I get it. I mean,
My dining room, my bedroom, my back room.
my whole house, at first it was my whole upper level, and then it became my upper and lower level.
Right.
And then it was like the basement's all cluttered too. In my new house, when we finally move, because we're going to hopefully sell both houses and move into a neutral house,
Mhm.
hi, Dana. I need to, we said we needed to be a not creepy basement so that I could use it as a real, like a functioning kind of like space for me. No matter what it is I do, like I need to have craft on one side and maybe like the leftover reselling
Right.
stuff on the other side, and maybe storage in another area. But that's what it has to be. It has to be like okay that I could sit there for a
Right.
few hours.
Hey, Donna. I'm
Hey,
glad you're doing okay, Darlene. Stacy May, how are you,
there's
honey?
Stacy. She has the R trio. I don't
It's,
remember what's the R trio. Oh, the little kids.
yeah, they're
Is that the
still sleeping.
grandkids?
Oh, I say when they sleeping, leave them sleep. Mhm. Still till today, as old as they are, I say when they sleeping, leave them sleep.
My wedding is in September, and it seemed far away until it became hot. And now I know it's not that far away. I haven't even, I mean, I've made up my own invitations kind of thing, but I like that I designed, but I never sent any out, and I never even emailed them to people. I don't know anybody's email. I know people off of Facebook Messenger. I'm going to messenger you a wedding to a wedding. It's like, it's just like the most tacky wedding so far. I can't believe it. I should just,
Oh, those are cute names.
Royce, Ruger, and Rayner. That
Are they
sounds,
triplets?
if they are,
Cute.
wow.
Yeah, those are cute names.
They are. Yeah.
Mine are all grown.
I know. September is good. I'm gonna blink my eyes and it's over. Like, I finally, I told the caterer what I wanted last week, but he never read that messenger thing I sent him. I mean, he read it initially, but he never reread
Uh huh.
what he's. I have to send him an email or a text. I have to send him a text and tell
Right.
him to like go look at that menu, dude, and
Confirm. Right.
yeah, please, because as I was constructing it, the prices were going up and up, and I understand they need their money, but like, we need to budget as well. Now, not that we didn't have a very strict budget, but we also knew like Tony didn't work for a year and a half, and we had other things we needed to spend money on at the time, like important things. So, unfortunately, we're doing it. I guess like we're trying to do something nice, but for as like least expensive as possible. Anyway, I mean, I'm telling you about DJ prices doubled since the last time I looked, and even guitarists or some kind of other music is so expensive. We bought a speaker and it worked, and so maybe we'll just play a soundtrack of our own if we
Right.
could get it on an SD card or something.
Mm-hmm.
I
She
don't
said the
know.
kids are 5, 6, and 11.
Oh,
If you have a website, you can load invitations there with a printable RSVP and send a link in Messenger. Cool.
okay. I'll talk to Dawn about it. I don't know how anything works, but I was saying if ever, I actually made up a web uh, an email like Suzy and Tony get married, so people could just contact me on that or my but I figure I'll lose things in my home email because every store that I've ever visited, I think in the last 10 years, send me emails every day,
Mhm.
some multiple times a day. like
Right.
Amazon. I don't even know why they think
Right.
that I should be reminded that I looked at a frying pan every
Yeah.
day, but they do.
Right.
It's
We
getting
all D names. It's Dawn, Donna, and Donald.
I'm
Oh
trying to
my
think.
goodness. I was telling Susie what my son did for his wedding, which was pretty cool. There's a website that you log into, and when you're at the wedding, all of your pictures you take upload there, or you can have it automatically upload, or you can choose which ones to upload, and it'll upload pictures that everybody takes at your wedding, which is cool.
I
That's
think
that
that's
was
cool.
really nice.
I want to do that for sure. I don't know. Do I have to put that in the invitation? Because on one of the things I was working
Yeah,
on,
I think what she just kind of messenger us the link. I think is what she did. Or
I don't
send
have everybody.
you can send it in an email or a text or whatever.
Most of the people that I talk
So
to,
it'll go live for that time of your wedding is what it does.
yeah. Well, I know that my niece had that, and we did it, and we had it on selective upload because we were on a little trip, and if
Right.
I'm taking pictures of graffiti or something, they don't need to see it. But
Right.
I mean, if a couple of other pictures we included, I know like they probably didn't care one way or the other. But like if I saw something unusual, I would take a picture of it. We stayed in Atlanta at an emu ranch. And it was the same price as the hotel that everybody was staying at. And we seemed like the oddballs that didn't stay with them. But this guy had a 2-acre, beautifully landscaped property with ponds and fountains. And he had an emu that ran around in the yard. It was so fun. And he had birds like off the kitchen. He had toucans, and it was just so cool looking. And it was this big, beautiful mansion. And he gave us like we had our whole like little nook to ourselves. It was
Uh-huh.
so nice. I would. It's a much more memorable than a hotel room stay to remember all that stuff going on.
Right.
I, my Tony has they had A's and they had C's, and they had 6 kids. So there were a lot more C's. There was Amy, Andrew, Anthony, and then there was Colleen and
Right.
Kathleen and Carl.
Right. Right. That's funny.
It is funny. I had to like I when we're
Take
driving to
it back.
events,
Stacy May.
I'm always asking him, no, what's the name of the wife of this one, and what's the name of the husband of that one, and what's your brother-in-law on this one? And I'm like, let me know their name. I forgot the kids' names. They're out of my head. Tell me the names again. And it's like,
That's funny.
I need to have I feel like I should write the names of all my guests like on my hand, and I could just
Right.
take like a quick reference.
So what you gonna do in your life, Stacy? Anything particular? Anything you talking about? You can drop your link, or people can just, I guess, click on the little dots. Sunday at 10:30. I'm gonna have to set an alarm. Yeah, I don't get like if I'm on my computer, I'll get a notification, but I have to look.
Yeah, if I'm on,
I don't see them.
I sometimes get very generic TikTok notifications. Like something on
A
TikTok
working
will just
line.
say TikTok. Like it's like
Right.
what? But
Hello, Johnny.
hi Johnny. Like for instance, if Johnny was live, I might get a notice that said, Johnny's live. But sometimes there's like if you go on at 8:00 and everybody starts dropping their videos or their lives, it gets like clumped up and you don't see everyone. So, I mean, it's possible that I have too many subscriptions.
Right. But Johnny, what I was saying is like, I wish it would like ding or something when somebody goes live, because then I look at it and it's already passed and it's already over.
That's happened to me as well. Yeah. And I've gotten notifications. I'm like watching for it. And I'm like thinking the show's 3/4 over. Just tell me it went. Oh, you crocheting hangout? There's like I saw another bunch of crocheters online.
My grandma tried to teach me how to crochet. She called me a left-handed cop. that I couldn't.
A
She
what
couldn't
what?
teach me.
A left-handed what?
Cop. I don't know what that meant,
Cop
but
cop.
anyway, that's what she called me.
I'm a left-handed
Cop.
person. My
Hey, Chris.
my family called us flaky lefties. Hi.
Well, we all left-handed. My sister, myself, my
My
mom.
grandmother was left-handed, and they beated her hand so much. So sad. When she was in school, they swatted her. Like, you can't be left-handed. You have to write left.
Right.
Like, who cares? Could you imagine that happening now? No. It seems like everybody 100 years ago was so insane. I don't know. Well, people now are insane as well. However, it's a different kind of insanity. Who would dream of not letting a lefty be a lefty now?
Right. Okay, I'm gonna try that, Johnny. He said if you use that link to check and see all notifications are set up.
Well,
All
you
right.
will not get them all. Well,
Okay.
there's, like I said, if I get like 5 at a time, bing, 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 like they're flashing so fast I can't even find them or read them. And if I have something open in like a different, like if let's just say, for instance, I'm playing a game, I will not get my notifications. But if I'm not doing that, if I am just, even if I'm on a live, I'll get some notifications.
Right.
So that'll happen.
Haley just called me. She knows I'm live. I hope nothing's wrong. Let me see.
You text her?
Yeah.
I learned how to basic crochet when I was in grade school. They had an after school lesson and I went to it, and it was wonderful. I learned how to do like some basic stitches.
Yeah.
And I remember at some point I was making these like zigzag, like lap rug kind of things. I don't even know what happened to them. And I made Afghan squares. That's what they taught us in this
Yeah.
class. Afghan squares, and I think they called it Bargello or something like that.
Okay. Donna says she's left-handed, but she cuts ham with her right hand. I know. I do most things with my right hand too, Donna.
Okay. When I was making jewelry,
Okay.
I would sometimes dap with both hands, and I would sometimes cut with both hands. But people said, well, what's your preferred hand? I go, you just got to watch me and tell me, because I don't know. Thinking about it, I could pick up, at the time, like when I'd use the coping saw, I would be like using both. And I'm definitely, like, I would do all sports righty.
Right.
For some reason. Not that I'm a sports person. That's why I probably sucked at sports.
Right. I ran into Belle the other day.
Hi, Belle.
Out in the wild.
Where did you meet her?
I was at Goodwill.
Yeah, I must be ambidextrous to some extent.
Yeah. I do I do a lot. Like I give shots. I would do catheter, everything with my right hand, except right.
Sometimes I force myself to write with my right hand, but it doesn't look good. I'm just saying, like, I'll be like, for some reason I'm holding a pen and I can write like Xmas or something on a box, but yeah, I wouldn't address an envelope like that.
Yeah, definitely. I can't write. I can write backwards with my left hand, like it'll just flow, but I can't write with my right hand at all. Hey, Becca. Haley just called me.
Hi, Becca. Oh, Haley just called you?
That's in the wild. That's right.
It's like me saying I never saw a like certain designer labels in the wild. And when I said that to somebody, they were like chuckling.
I don't ever. Well, I quit looking for clothes, so of course I'm not. But
they were telling us we just got in a Stella McCartney, and I'm thinking, how much are they going to charge for that at Goodwill? Let's see. And like they had like Derek Lamb for $30, and I'm thinking that's a good deal if you could sell it for $200, but
right.
$30 for a dress at Goodwill, to me, I went to a Goodwill that had a dress for $150, and it was ripped and it was missing beads, and I thought,
wow,
what are they smoking at this Goodwill? This is crazy.
They think, I think they look at eBay prices, not what's sold, but they're looking at like what people are listing things for, and they think they can get it, and it's sad.
I think that they could have gotten $10 for maybe the fabric, maybe somebody could rework it. But
Mm-hmm.
honestly, when Nordstrom Rack, this was a Nordstrom dress, but when Nordstrom itself or Nordstrom Racks has sales, then occasionally they do an extra percentage off the sale toward the end of the sale. And
Mm-hmm.
so the already reduced things might be 75% off. You could get an actual fancy dress for like
Right.
$20 to $30, and it's rare, but it
Right.
happens. And Goodwill charging 150 for a damaged
Oh,
item
is
is
it me?
insane.
Right. Well, it makes me crazy when I go into Goodwill at the end of the week and it's the red tags are half price and they're picking the pulling all the red stuff off the counters,
They
off the
started doing that, I think, on Senior Citizen Day,
right.
whatever that is.
So my mom was with me and the lady was like, I was looking for something. She goes, quit looking. She goes, they're pulling all the red stuff off. And the lady goes, oh no, I'm putting them here so you can find them. She lies. She was picking them up and bringing them to the back. So I asked the little girl at the register the other day, I said, I just got a question. I said, because it makes me crazy. Why, if you're going to have a half price on a red tag, y'all picking them up towards the end of, y'all start picking them up. Well, we pick them up so we can get ready for the next week's color. That is such bull. That is BS.
It is. It's in my.
Give people a chance to buy them.
I think that they know certain things might sell if they give it
Mhm.
another chance, and they think that, and they know what they want to get rid of. They have to send a
Right.
certain amount to the bins.
Right. So what? They're going to pick it up and send it to the bins instead of selling it to somebody?
It's
So you have to beat them. I mean, they have a rack. They're picking up the clothes with those tags. They're pulling the hard goods off the shelf.
well, there were two stores in New Jersey that I saw that made racks of sale clothes before, because they had stuff coming in and they would keep that in a rack, and they had stuff that was going out and they would keep it on a rack. So honestly, that was an awesome way to do it because it
Mm-hmm.
it kept the aisle sort of clear,
Right.
and it was kind of easy for you to thumb through like
Right.
the 20
Yeah.
things
Put
that
them
you
all
had.
in one spot.
Yeah, and then let you get that stuff. We don't have half price anymore, but
Right.
when we
Val
had
says
it,
some of
it
it
was,
ends up in the dumpster. She says she finds the items in the dumpster with Goodwill price tags. Yeah. It's crazy.
yeah, that is sad. But I wonder if somebody, like, I know, like, I used to point out to them, hey, this shirt has a hole. Hey, this shirt's missing buttons. I they had this beautiful cookie jar and there was a crack noticeable on the inside, and I said, can you do better because it's cracked on the inside, and it was going to be for me. And she said, oh, we're not selling that, and she threw it in the garbage, and it made me mad. Like, I thought, well, sell it to me for 50 cents then, don't just
Right.
throw it away.
Right. Now I do have to say, if there's a set of glasses and I take the whole set, then I'll ask them, hey, can you do better? I'm buying the whole set. And they will. They've done that for me. Oh, I
Well,
just heard a cha-ching. I
they
think it's
don't do it for me anymore. They used to a couple years ago, and the guy that worked with me got fired. Maybe he worked with people too much, but there was one store that went out of business, and they used to be like a little bit nicer to their regular customers. So if you said, hey, this coat's missing a lining, can't you make it the half price? They'd be like, okay. They were very obliging. The one near me, it was like you would have to say, this thing's ripped to shreds and I'm still going to buy it. Give me a deal. It's sad. Well, the problem with my,
let me show you what I saw.
okay.
Remember those glasses that I bought?
Those glasses. You've bought
Well, I sold
10,000 glasses.
where is
You
it?
mean eyeglasses or you mean glasses?
No, I sold this for $19. And
Oh,
look how
cute.
little it is.
Wait, it's so cute. It's very
So
tiny.
that sold for 19, and then I sold these. Well, it doesn't want to come up. I don't know what's wrong with
Norton got a replacement thing.
I saw this these.
Oh, that's nice. Those are
That's
those the
those heavy
Arbor
ones.
rocks?
No, they are what are they? Tiffin Franciscan Madeira.
Oh, I remember looking those up. Tiffin
Yeah,
Franciscan Madeiras.
yeah. Thanks, Bill.
Good. Good.
Yeah, they had sent me a best offer on those glasses. So that's nice.
It is nice. My mouth gets so dry when we're on live. I can't handle it.
Yeah. What's up, Becca? You off today?
Just doing any grilling and chilling.
You grilling? Because we might come over. I can use something good grilled, like a good steak. Ooh, yes. Thanks, Mimi.
Oh, I think that when you said you needed good steak, I was supposed to defrost something.
Oh,
It was not
I
good
didn't
though.
have the freezer either.
It was like we bought some London brawls.
Oh, I love London Brawl.
I
But you got to
like the
make
way
them
they do.
rare.
I like them. I like it, but it was so tough.
You have to make it rare.
We we like our steaks nearly mooing, so yeah, they're pretty rare. We like them. We call them almost black and blue. Like we'll sear the outside.
Precious has to make her debut today. She needs a haircut.
Her face is so like she looks like she can't see anymore. I know you say she can see, but she can't. So,
There's her eyes. She can eyes.
it's like,
Well, she can't. She's got a cataract in one eye, so.
oh, there's the one eye. It's cute. She's cute.
She's sleeping on my lap. She's like, "What'd you wake me up for?"
It's like Mandalorian baby
Baby dog
meets the gremlin and a
know.
raccoon. Throw a raccoon in the mix.
I know. She looks like the little raccoon icon, the little emoji.
So cute.
She's funny. She's a hot mess, is what she is.
Well, my dog broke the pig toy, and I went to Walmart to buy another one. And on I was gonna say Amazon, they had a twin set, and it made it look really big. And I saw them in reality, and they were like, the size of your finger. I'm like,
wow.
My dog would swallow that.
I think, yeah, he would swallow.
It's crazy small. The photographer, when you put something close to the camera, it can look very deceptive. Really deceptive.
Yeah. I'm praying Bella stays in the other room and is quiet until I finish.
Well, I fed them right before, so they're napping.
So they're good.
Yeah, they're good. For a minute.
Well, Bella got to meet the neighbor's German Shepherd accidentally yesterday, and Thomas had taken her out, and all of a sudden the guy let his German Shepherd out to pee, and she charged Bella. But she didn't hurt her or anything. But so he came knocking on my door later and asked if she was okay. So that was nice of him.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to let them have a meetup one day. They're both. I think his dog is maybe 1 year older than Bella. So
I gave them all the flea and tick stuff, and it smells
strange.
It doesn't smell like per se bad, but it has a fragrance. And what was I going to say? Oh my gosh, it was pouring so bad and thundering, and Roxy's very sensitive.
Bonnie, we had bad weather.
We had put a thunder shirt on Roxy, but she was trembling so bad that her foot was hitting something, and you could hear the noise, and it was like, she's really freaking out, this dog. I wished I could have given her something to chill her out. I don't know. It was bad. I mean, the thunder shirt sort of helps a little, but even if you touch her to pet her and say, we're all okay, you should be okay too, or they say you shouldn't always say you're okay, because it almost gives them permission to be like a nervous wreck.
Right.
And instead of pointing out, like, we could still play while this is happening, so you don't have to be so scared. You should probably carry on. But
yeah,
You just feel bad. She starts shaking and drooling and
Aw.
yeah.
I know mine are afraid. Bella jumps on my lap.
But it doesn't help this one when you caress her. It seems like it gets worse. Like she starts trembling. And I feel bad.
I have a question for anybody out there who's here know about Jasperware.
Oh.
Or Wedgwood.
Well, I know that what you have is
No, I know it's not, but I want to know why is it marked? Some of them with numbers.
I think that those were like craft class pieces. That's what I think. It's my guess.
Well,
because some of them don't look finished, and some look finished.
I have this one.
Well, you know how like that bisque sometimes had the like. Well, I mean, a couple of them looked like they were.
This
from
one
Japan
has this on the
and
bottom.
Germany, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this means. Hey, Tina. Tina, I got my
Hey, Tina.
My little thank you note. That was so sweet. Oh, and I have to tell y'all, I did not know the benefits of a Scotty peeler. Suzy sent me a set of Scotty peelers. The metal one is in the other room. Y'all, those tags come off like butter.
I wanted you to try it out before me.
Storage man. Hello.
Hi, storage.
Oh my God. This was one of the best things, y'all. A Scotty peeler. And then the metal one is even more fun, but I almost like stabbed myself in the stomach with it because I was like doing this and it slipped. And it was like, ugh. Yeah.
That's what you need.
Well, the metal one is very sharp. It's very sharp. But yeah, so I love it.
If you need any gastric surgery, you should
start
peeling the labels.
Sorry, I started it.
Right, go to the emergency room and say, while you're in there.
Right in there, I started.
Can you just do this other surgery that I need?
Cool. Don't get it. Suzy, thank you so much for my Scotty peeler.
You're so welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I mean, I try to send you little things sometimes, but I don't know if they're useful, but
I am.
But that's good. I'm glad you like it, and it's being used.
It is being used. I have all those phone cases I need to take prices off of, so I'm gonna sit there and do that. And I won't trust anybody else to do it. So
you could do it now because people like when we do things.
I know.
Go get it. Go get a phone case and see and demonstrate the Scotty peeler. And she's gonna do it.
Hey, Willow. Wait, I can't get up. I got all kinds of crap.
How's it going? I have a tickle in my throat today, and I'm wondering at what point I take that test. She left the room. She'll tell me she's used to giving people those tests. Excuse me. I went to Walmart and I don't know. It was crowded. People in our area are not masking up anymore. I mean, a few are, but mostly not. Anyway.
Okay, y'all.
Okay, she's back.
I'm back.
She has a dog and a phone case.
And a Scotty peeler.
Oh, she has the sharp one. Watch your hand.
And it just comes right off.
Ha-ha. Ha-ha. Oop. That's the part that scares me.
I know.
It's like, move your hand.
But it's like so cool. Yeah, some of them are
I would say aim it away from your hand or body.
I can't. I'm left-handed and I got to use my right hand.
Oh, that was cool.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, I would have been picking at it till like all my nail polish came off anyway. But I'd be picking at it till my fingernails.
This is the other piece to it, and it's very sharp.
See, they were selling them separately when I
saw
the one.
This cute little thing, and it says Blade must slide flat on surface under label.
Because people are saying, I just gouged my box or I ripped my plastic. What's the point? It got to
Right.
be
Well, you
done.
have to be careful. And that's why I said I wouldn't trust anybody else to do it. But it's off. The box is good. It does have a little residue from the
What are you
thing.
going to do?
Oh, you're so kind, Belle. She's a great demonstration. Oh, good. Hey, Willow, what's going on, Willow?
Willow with the radio voice.
You've been
She has
I know.
she sounds so great. Like you want to hear her announce things on the radio.
Oh, yeah, you told
You
me that
sound better than most
one
of
day we were talking about you, Willow.
we were. I was saying she sounds so. Her voice is so amazing. I could just hear her on the radio. I mean, more than the people that are around here sound like me, so they're annoying to listen to. They sound like they're about to so I was going here and then I went there and it's like okay. And like,
I will. Willow, I'm gonna do that and see. I thought I had one right here, but I don't. But yeah,
there's one lady who is on satellite radio. She's been doing like DJing since probably the 70s, and she sounds like she gargles with gravel. She's like, and it's like, oh my god, she's still doing this. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
I forgot her name, but it's like when I hear her, I'm saying, how many packs a day did she smoke, or what did she do to her voice? Did she scream and was she in a hairband or something?
Willow said she never did radio, but she used to sing.
Oh, well, I think that if you did voiceovers for commercials, you'd probably do great at it. Or something.
That's cool.
Anyway.
Cool.
I want to learn. Now I want to learn how to crochet again. I have crochet hooks and I have some yarn. I wanted to say wool. We used to just call it wool, even if it was not wool. Skeins. I have a few. Yeah, that's one thing I need to do. I have to I should just throw away stuff. That's what I should do. Yeah, the real gravels. Oh.
Yeah.
You did a drive. You were probably.
Oh my goodness.
So funny.
Yes, indeed.
Well,
I don't have a window to look out for squirrels like Victoria does. Do you?
Well, I have squirrels around. Well, the other day we had deer in our yard. They just hopped right over the gate.
That's
it was
cool.
No big deal. And when I thought that there were deer sleeping in my lawn grass, it was true. But they were just walking around eating stuff. And the doe looked pregnant. And Tony's like, how do you know she's pregnant? I go, when she turns sideways, there's a lump on each side of her lower abdomen. Mm-hmm. And then the male didn't have that.
Right.
And so I'm going to assume, now maybe I'm wrong, she might be like a midnight snacker, but I think that she was pregnant.
A midnight snacker deer.
I just hope she doesn't drop that baby on my lawn because I got two big dogs and no bueno for a baby. Yeah. Cute little baby, but they might think it's a squeaky toy. And I don't know.
We get a lot of squirrels. That's about it. We don't have deer.
We have there was one unidentified critter in the very back that ran toward my friend's garage. And I'm thinking, good luck when you see that thing because it looked the size of a rat. I don't know.
But we have possums and armadillos that'll come through every now and then.
Armadillos?
Yeah.
Armadillo. We saw them in Georgia when we were driving around. And mostly the ones we saw, unfortunately, looked like they passed away.
Yeah, they could tear up your yard in a heartbeat.
But they're weirdly cool looking to me because they're so ugly and cute and they have that armor and they're just strange little animals. They look almost like aardvark faces. They're neat looking. Oh, we don't have those here.
Willow.
Oh,
Oh, another kitty. Yay.
You had that really cute fluffy kitty from, was that a year ago already? Maybe it's more. That cat was really.
It was a new
You were
one, right?
bottle feeding that little kitten. That
Yeah. You're right, Val. We do have a lot of lizards and frogs.
We drove by on this road and we heard like all these weird noises. It almost sounded like an alarm in the distance. And I said, "What do you think that is?" And Tony was like, he's like, "That sounds like frogs." And I'm like, "Frogs are that loud?" Well, we should video this. What happened? Her mom had blue.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Are you having a bottle feeder, or is she past that now?
7.5 weeks. That's not bad. Oh, here today, gone tomorrow.
Baton Rouge is closing.
I thought you meant the whole town was closing. I'd be like, that's sad.
And what is that supposed to mean, Chris? With those
That's probably one of his favorite stuffed animal places. I'm guessing it was a thrift store.
Baton Rouge is closing. Which one is closing? One of your favorite thrifties?
Here today, gone tomorrow. I'm assuming is the name of the store. Should I?
Oh.
Assume that? Esme's going to be a year. Wow. Do you hear them? They're my dog's sleep barking. Do you hear that?
She's still on formula for a few more days.
Oh, it's Norton.
Bill said Baton Rouge can't close. That's our state capital.
Why do you think so? That's why I said like that would be kind of rough. Can you imagine if there was like a
thrift store on Burbank in Baton Rouge? Okay, it was a good one. I know my good one closed in Gramercy or Lutcher. It was St. Vincent's, and they shut down after Ida. She took her out. So
we don't have any really. We don't have a really, really good one. Even like I told you, the place that I thought was really reasonably priced had $15 t-shirts. And I'm like, who's going to buy a used t-shirt for $15? I mean, I guess some of them are worth it, but it's a t-shirt and you could get a brand new t-shirt for probably $7. Why would you buy a used one for $15?
Right. Well, Chris, if you're out this way, Saturday, I'm having my garage sale. I know you don't need to come all the way here for my garage sale, but you know, if you find in others.
You're gonna have $1 table.
Yeah. I got a lot of things for $1.
She might give you a deal.
I got some. I have a bunch of little plush, all with tags. So I'm debating whether I'm gonna sell them or not.
What about that?
And I keep saying I'm gonna list them, but I never do. And then I have a whole bunch of little bitty ties with the tags. So I have to see if any of them's worth it.
Or just sell them all to Chris and not see if it's worth it.
And there you go, Chris.
He'll walk around and he'll be like, "Ooh,
I have a whole bin full." Right. I have a few plush I'm selling, but not a whole lot. I got rid of most of them.
I sold one. I made I sold it for a fair amount of money, but you know, it was sitting a long time for the payback, and it wasn't super for me. And then, you know, Chris was saying, "Oh, I sell those for $50 on." I just sold it for $27.
They make great dog toys too, Willow. My big dog, I have this. It's like a Squishmallow, but it's not the Squishmallow brand. It's something, but it's about this big, and she loves to play ball with it. And it's good because she can't grab it. Where, if you go to throw her toy, she'll grab it back, and you can't get it out of her mouth. So this she can't grab onto. So it makes playing easier.
Norton is learning how to let go of the ball so we could do fetch. That's something.
But I said they don't let go. They want to keep it, but they want to play.
Well,
so it's like, how do you
I took your advice, and last night I brought up a toy that the squeaker was not engaged anymore, and I gave it to Norton to chew on so he wouldn't be interested in chewing on my bed or the bedding. And he did have it in his mouth like a lot. So it was good for him as like a pacifier.
Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, they at that age they like to still mouth things. But Bella she'll be 3 in October, I think, or November, and she still chews on every. Well, she don't chew and think she's not supposed to, except the garbage.
Does
But
she know? It's like he just doesn't seem to care. I tell him that's not for you. That's mine. And he's like, he says, I don't speak English, lady.
yeah, well, no, the only thing he gets into that she's not she is the garbage. Yeah.
I knew that the town couldn't close, but I was making a joke about it because
Well, you
Baton
never
Rouge
know.
is a big town and has. When you actually go on like places to see in Louisiana, that's on there. It's a big. It made the list,
Right.
and it looks nice.
I have to. Speaking of auctions, I have to find some things to sell to benefit Julie and Jim. I'm gonna do that with Mama G. I have to
When is
send her
that?
an email. I'm not sure when it is. Victoria posted the link or Mama G's email,
I probably wasn't on when she was
and
doing that.
they're doing a benefit auction for Jim and Julie. I don't think Jim is not doing very well. So, hugs and loves going out to you,
Yeah,
Jimmy.
I hope he feels fine. It feels good. I don't know if he'll feel fine, but I hope he feels okay.
June 11th, feels good.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
it's sad news. I mean, I know he wasn't doing well even months ago, but
Yeah.
I noticed she put a couple pictures of him standing up with the cane and.
Yeah. They great people. I got to meet them at the
yeah, right.
and love Julie.
I'm glad they got to go to that.
Is quiet. Mr. Jim is real quiet, but good people.
Oh,
yeah,
that's sad.
Yeah, it's so sad. Well, sending prayers and hugs, Julie. Definitely. So I listed something, and this guy wants to buy it. I think he lowballed me, but I'm gonna sell it. But he won't send me his money until I told him I was on my way to the shop to mail it. And he says, well, text me when you're on the way, and then I'll send you your money. Really?
Doesn't he know you have like over 1,000 listings on eBay?
I don't know. Who knows?
Everybody, you know what? It's sad, but it's true. I'm so scared to hire somebody to do anything now because there was a guy, he's still in business, I found out, by the way, that he was recommended by a neighbor because he did one job. He does like 2 or 3 nice jobs for people. And then the next, like, then he gets behind on some bills and then he takes deposits from people and he abandons the jobs. Wow. And he's been doing this with different company names. He even like didn't do a good job for his mother when he was installing windows for her company and he got fired from that, I heard. But he was a neighbor. I mean, I thought if anybody's not going to rip you off, it would be your neighbor. He took a deposit and he left my job with like windows out and the frames of my other windows out, and he kept $950 of my money. Mm-hmm. And I mean, and I even if he kept 300, I would think he was overpriced for the amount of time he was there doing nothing but like making everything more expensive for me with the next guy. But he kept so much. Like 950 to me is not replaceable. Right. Like it is for some people. It was just sad. So I'm scared now. If another person in my area said that they gave a contractor $30,000 to do a job, and he never.
That's happening a lot down here.
He never did more than just start demolishing something. It seems like they get involved with just a bare minimum of stuff and split.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know how he knows I'm on my way. Just that I tell him, Belle. I don't know. Well, I
Yeah.
just told him I couldn't mail it until he paid me. So, but he wanted me to meet him halfway. He lives in Central, which is above Baton Rouge. He said, "I'm on this item. I sold it for $20." So, and I told him, I said I would be losing my profit in gas if I went that far. So I told him I can mail it. Well, how much is the mail? So he thought about it for over a day, whether or not he was gonna have it mailed to him for $10. So I don't know.
Wait, so he said he didn't want that?
Well, no, he said, let me think on it. And then late the next day, he called me back and said that, texted me back and asked more questions. And I mean, it's $20. I don't know.
Yep, when it's $20, the most you're going to lose is $20.
Exactly. I mean, I had some extra wires and stuff I was going to throw in it. So,
and now are you still?
I don't know. I might. Depends on how I feel when I get there.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be like that. When people are so, look, I get it. I was way too trusting to a lot of people. Somebody did a job for me in the area, and he said, well, that's going to cost you between $450 and $500. I go, well, which is it? Is it $450 or is it $500? I just gave him $500 because it was a close difference. Because I didn't want to have to like hear about how if I gave him $450, right, it wasn't the $500. It's like, just give me a price.
I know, it's crazy. That is totally crazy.
And there was a guy about like he was repping live music, and he says, "What's your budget?" And it's like, does he want me to say, if I say I only want to spend $300, he'll say, "Well, I have nothing for you." If I say, if I want to spend $1,000, then people that would have taken $500 are going to get $1,000.
Right.
So I'm not going to play that game. You tell me what you want and see if I want to pay that. And I'm not going to haggle with people either. It's like, I don't know what to do with things. It's dealing with people is sort of like, unfortunately, there's so many people that are like so easygoing and wonderful and they're pleasure, but they're like there's always one bad one in a crowd. There's one great one in a crowd, and the rest are kind of in the middle. And it's hard to like.
Exactly.
It's hard to judge sometimes. Who should you trust or who not? I don't know. I'm getting jaded. I'm scared to hire a contractor. And this is the thing. Like, it's the same thing. If I see somebody working on somebody else's house, I might think, okay, at least they're doing work. But that doesn't mean that they're like that other guy.
Right.
Who gets like jobs started and then doesn't show up again.
That's all right. We had one guy who came to our house almost a month ago to measure everything, to give us a price to finish fixing our stuff from Ida. And we keep calling him and, I'm going to give you I'll call you back Tuesday. I'll call you back Tuesday. And Tuesday has never come. And here it is. Yesterday started hurricane season again. And my house is still not fixed. So you can't find anybody. It's crazy. I don't know.
It's almost hard to believe that in an area that needs so much like renovation and rehab, I don't know. You would think that there would at least be a few local companies that would be doing it. Absolutely. You get a bid. Exactly. It's like, look, I'm not going to play the game. Oh, I have $20 in my pocket. How much is that thing at your yard sale? It's $20. Yeah, of course. Like, right. I mean, people are always on that. Like, I don't know if this guy. I don't know how it works. It's almost like one hand scratches another hand. And do you think that like these guys are quoting me 2 hours of music, $600? Like I was saying, I don't think when they play at a wine bar that they're getting $600. There's no way that they would bring in $600 worth of business. They just happen to be there playing music. It's not even like they advertise that much. So you show up and you think, oh, that's nice. There's music here today. I you probably get $200, if that, or 100 even. And then,
Right.
but because I say I'm getting married or it's a private event, they want to,
Mm-hmm.
like, they think we have money like confetti and we go boop, boop, boop. Like, yeah. Or maybe people like brides and grooms don't think about it because their parents pay. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like grandma aged at this point. I don't have spare money for, for that.
Right. Yeah. About he did work for my sister-in-law, and he did very good work. His reasoning is that he's on a very large job, and he promises he will do it after, but we'll see.
Well, over here, there's a lot of construction companies. And I even asked Tony because he's an architect and they do work with engineers and contractors.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you must know somebody that did work that was good and you could find out. And he says, I can't. I can't. He doesn't even want to like recommend anybody because he's scared. It's frightening to me that even like, I mean, he
Right.
was somebody once kind of verbally said how much something would cost. And I told Tony that. And he said, that guy was lying to you. He was telling you a cheap price so you would hire him. But as the job went along, he would say, oh, I need to do this now. Like break
Right.
down that wall. That's going to cost you an extra 10 grand. And then I need to fix up the edges. That's another 5 grand. And then
Mm-hmm.
you need extra plumbing, and that's an extra five. He says this job is $150,000 job. If somebody tells you it's 25 grand, they're lying to you.
Right.
So that's what's scary.
Yeah, it is scary. I
And
don't.
then I think, well, what about if like there's houses and property in like Georgia or in Virginia that costs 150 grand? How could it cost that much to redo the front of my house?
Mm-hmm.
It's so scary.
It is scary. You never know. It's just a lot of people, can't be trusted, or so much.
Yeah,
Many
I,
people do
I
things.
you have to join nextdoor.com, and it's in every town in the United States,
Mm-hmm.
and within like a 25-mile radius, 10 to 25-mile radius, you can say who has gotten this done, can you recommend. Now
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it is the people who do the work that come and say hire me, I'm Joe Schmo and I do great work. But a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times there are people who will then say don't hire Joe Schmo, he screwed me. And so
Right.
it's good to hear that, like,
Right.
there are people who say I always use Johnny, and Johnny's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny always works in my house. And then you go, well, maybe he's faking it, but maybe he's telling the truth. And then other people say, oh yeah, I used Johnny, he was good.
Yeah.
So Johnny's good. It's sort of, there's just, the sad thing is, like with the wedding industry, the websites that are there to supposedly help you are
Right.
really ripping you off.
You're right.
Yeah, it is. It's like that's what I kept thinking. It's like if I
I
put
mean,
150 grand in my house,
right.
I might as well sell it for 150 less and then just use that on the next house,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm going to want to I'm sure I'm going to want to do something at the new house.
Right.
Even if it's painting the walls.
So true, Belle. A lot of people just left their houses, sold them as is. I guess somebody will flip them. You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of flipping companies that are calling me and offering me 100 to 150,000 less than my house has been valued at. And almost everybody, all the realtors are saying, "Hey, we just got 40,000 over asking price.
Mhm.
Don't just don't just sell like that. You don't know."
Right.
And it's all frightening. I mean, obviously I need to declutter, which is that can take a lot of money.
I
But
hear you. How's
I
it
need,
going, Leon?
highly odd.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do with this garage sale. Declutter.
Oh boy, I would have to have a
Oh,
lot of garage sales.
God, it's crazy, crazy, crazy.
Yeah, I know at some point I'm going to get desperate, and then it's just going to be like I'm going to be flinging stuff into the yard at the window.
Oh my God. I know. I don't even want to
It's
hear it.
going to
Right
be
now
easier
I
than
got
walking up and
bins.
down the stairs.
I have bins all over my living room
The
that
things will
has to
get
go out.
stuck on the trees.
Yeah, hang stuff from that shade tree you got in front of your house.
Like that car
Right over
disappeared.
there.
I don't know what happened. The car stopped parking. I wondered if it was like from the high school and they're off for the break. I don't know. It was weird. And I'm almost like relieved that suburban first world problems. I don't have air conditioning in my car. And it's hot and I have one tree in front of my house that makes shade. And so somebody kept parking in my shade. And I kept thinking, now I have to drive around looking for shade.
Put a sign on your tree, Susie's Shade.
Yeah, please find another spot.
Wow.
People in Long Island were so ridiculous, or even in Queens and other boroughs, they would put traffic cones saving their spot, and it was so funny. They would have like a folding chair, put it in the road, put like traffic cones on the chair, and
My son has
you
so
can't
many
do that.
vehicles that he takes up everybody's space, and he don't get it when they get angry with him.
Well, in New York, they started making you move the car from side to side to side.
I sold something else.
What?
$53.
Oh, you just listed that.
Yeah, I did.
That's cool. I'm so happy for you.
Look, I got it right here.
Look at that. Who knew tea sets would be so popular? I don't even have a table to drink tea on, but that's my.
I know. Huh?
I have a
I love
coffee
those
table.
little dip pots.
I have a half chewed up coffee table that Norton ate. I'm gonna have to buy a new coffee table too.
Yeah, Bill.
It's awesome.
So
I'm okay with.
I wouldn't buy another coffee table until he's out of his chew stage.
I was gonna say until he's like what, like 10? What do you?
Either that or you got to continue to put boots on your coffee table.
I have flower pots on the legs of my coffee table because he would lay down, and as he's laying, he go, and I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's like, stop it. And I'm like, I have all these toys you can chew on, and I keep like, I'll replace it. I'll say, this is a yes, that's a no. But he just doesn't know that no isn't like a fun word that involves like getting. Like as soon as Tony walks in the house, he starts jumping to bite on him, and then Tony's like, "Don't bite me, don't bite me." And I go, he wants that little stage show. It's entertaining to him. It's a drama reward for him to get like a little, like he'll put his head down on the couch, and we'll hold it there. We'll say, "Don't bite me," and then he like loves it. He thinks it's the greatest thing ever. It's not working for us. Our discipline is fun.
Mine either, girl. I've been watching that guy on TikTok. I forget what his name is.
I'm going to have to watch another one that they all say they should have house leashes, and you should like direct them with the leash in the direction you want.
One of them said you should hook the leash to your belt, and so you can watch them when they're a puppy and all this crap.
I get that. I limited them to the living room. However, they discovered that if they go behind my chair, I can't watch them. And I said, I keep making this space that I hang out in a lot very smaller and smaller and smaller. And I was going a little stir crazy when he was really, really little because I didn't leave the house much, like just to take him on like little walks. But I'm sitting with 2 dogs all day long, and Tony would come in. He's like, "You're talking too much." Oh, he did say that. But he would be like, "I just walked in. What are you doing?" I'm like,
"Oh my goodness."
I go, I have not spoken to a human. It's just the dog.
Right.
It's going crazy.
I have some of that stuff. It's bitter cherry. Look, I even happen to have a bottle right here.
I have bottles.
She used to chew my chair.
I don't think I have the bitter. I have the bitter apple, and there's something over there just called yucky or yuck. I have it out now. I just keep it out on like it's a, you know. Like it's
Right.
a
I need to
decorative
start
lamp.
spraying the garbage can in the kitchen again with it.
And then I saw that there was something I sprayed, and he went, but he kept trying to taste it. And I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Oh,
You're
God.
addicted to pain. This is it's just,
That's funny.
I don't know.
Like
he's into S&M, this dog. It's like crazy. He's like, going back for more.
Oh, my God.
Like, ew, it's ugly.
That's
Tastes
so
bad.
funny. Hey, Kent.
Hi, Ken.
How are you?
Oh.
We're just talking about bad dogs. Kent.
Bad dogs, bad contractors, and good sales. Yeah.
There we go. That's right. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, what are you going to do? My wedding's going to go, it's going to be over in 10 seconds.
Well, you just got to start praying that there's no hurricanes at the time of your wedding.
Why?
Because I can't leave the boys.
Well, that stinks.
I know.
What are we going to do? We got to take them.
I'll just have to take them. They'll have to pack up and come with us, whether they like it or not.
Yep. It's the truth. And something can happen. Something can work out.
It'll be fine. There's no.
You're going to come, right? I'm counting on you coming. I'm
coming. That's the plan.
I know.
My husband's working overtime for Jersey money.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Let's say happy birthday to Garrett.
Yeah, it's my hubby's birthday. I can't sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Garrett. Happy birthday to you. Yay.
Yeah. It's Garrett's birthday today. Sean's birthday is on Saturday. So we're going to, I'll probably make a cake or something. And then when all the COVID is gone in the house, then I have to do my sister-in-law's birthday.
All the COVID. Yes, let's pray.
I know. It's crazy.
I'm telling you, get exhaust fans. Suck that stuff out.
Yeah.
I bought a fan that you could kind of make it either exhaust or not the other way. Normal. Yeah. Going in.
Look, Donna, this morning he went and fixed my coffee. Like when I get out the bathroom, he has my coffee all like ready, and I'll turn on the coffee pot, and then I'll come sit down, and then he'll go fix it, stir it up and fluff it. So I'm like, oh, it's your birthday today. He was like, oh, it's my birthday. He was so funny. When Thomas was little, one of my sons, he'd go, my birthday coming up. I said, your birthday's coming up. He'd go, yeah, Friday. Every Friday was his birthday.
Oh,
that's it's Friday.
Also,
every Friday was.
He's a week. See, he celebrated week increments. So
his birthday.
So he would have 52 birthdays a year. That's fine.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and just as sincere as can be. Aww. He was about 4, I guess. Yeah, my birthday coming up.
Let's make a card for you. That'll be an activity. I am 4 point,
Right.
4 years and 52 weeks.
Right.
Whatever. No, it would be like obviously 30 and 31 and 32.
Right. My dogs keep getting these little hitchhikers on them. Those little pickers.
We don't have that right in here.
Hey, Cameron.
The only hitch. Oh, hi, Cameron.
How are you?
Did I see Cameron on TikTok? Were you on TikTok?
No.
I think I did.
On TikTok?
I think I commented on a video of his or something. Unless it was YouTube.
I keep trying to figure out if I'm going to want to do anything on TikTok. I guess I'm afraid I don't know how to do it, so I don't do it.
I didn't know how either. They just sort of said, like, do you want to do this template? Put 2 pictures in. Do you want to do that template? And then it said, and I'm like, this is actually easier than I thought.
So it's dummified.
It is.
Okay. Well,
I already put out like 5 videos there or something. They're like short. They're just photographs sometimes overlapping, but they move and there's music. And they said you can animate, you could double up, you could go slow.
I might try it one day.
Try it. It's interesting.
Okay, I will.
I mean, and a lot
It
of
doesn't
people,
like so it like records it. It doesn't like put it like you can edit
you
it
can
before.
have a pre-recording and you could jazz it up. You could have a photograph or 10 and jazz them up. You
Okay.
can you can just go live and
Hmm.
and then record yourself asking a question. A lot of people I found asked questions, and
Hmm.
I think that was so they were engaging the crowd, so people would actually make comments, and
Yeah.
then that would make it more of like a trending kind of TikTok thing.
Right.
But
Okay. Cool.
it I sort of quote on quick that that's what it was. And then one lady was using it because I looked at her.
Hey,
If you look
Haley.
at someone's profile, they tell you someone looked at it, and then she's like, "Hey, thanks for checking out my profile. I'm selling great dog food, blah blah blah." I mean, and it's like, oh, and then
Right.
she puts out like 10 videos a day, and I got to thinking like, I liked it when I saw a couple of things, but 10 in one day is too much. You're too much attention seeking for me.
Yeah.
I'm
Cameron said you probably saw him on Instagram or maybe YouTube.
okay. I I actually went. I don't go on Instagram as religiously as I used to in the past when I used to
Hmm.
put like one or two photographs up a day. Then
Yeah.
I started doing one or two a year.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
got back a
That's
lot.
cool, Kent. Okay. Well, I don't know. I might try to do like a reseller TikTok kind of thing. I
Yeah,
see a few of them on there. We'll see. But then you
I
get a lot
think
of mail.
I think like sometimes there was a dog. It was just a I don't know any kind of dog. There was a dog that just put out like 3 videos, and he had so many thousands of followers already, and I thought, wow, I should
Cute
have.
dog videos. Yeah.
Norton should have had a like a page right from the start. Like when he was tiny, I missed out on
Yeah.
a lot of.
They watch them grow.
I missed out on that.
They would probably tell. Maybe I could put Bella on and they can tell me how to train her. Stubborn butt.
Well, it would be funny to see her being bad. That's what's sad about some bad dogs. It's fun to watch them be bad.
I know.
Like they come in from the kitchen with the garbage can on their head, and you're like, oh, what
No,
did you do?
what she does is when she steals out the garbage, she always brings it to her bed.
Oh,
So when I see her sneak into, and she sneaks, you can watch her sneak around, whatever, to get to her bed. She's funny.
Norton spits stuff out he's not supposed to have, and then he'll kind of sit
Basically.
over it, and you walk toward him, and he'll like gobble it back in his
I know. Actually, Precious, the little one day got a hold of a chicken bone that Bella knocked the garbage over. And when I tried to take it out of her mouth, she tried to bite me, which is so unusual. That had to be one good chicken bone. That's all
Well,
I'm gonna say.
I mean, it's like food aggression, but yeah, those
But she's never done
splinter,
that. And
those
she hasn't done
splinter,
it again,
and
so
it could kind of poke their insides. That's what's
right.
scared about chicken bones. I mean,
I was
maybe
watching this guy on TikTok he had a pit bull, and the dog was sitting there with a plate of food in front of him, and he was feeding the dog just constantly and the dog would wait, and he'd feed him something, but he fed it raw chicken, raw. I don't know. It was like raw. Yeah, it was raw chicken, a chicken leg, and a dog. And they were saying that you can't give a dog cooked chicken
right.
bones because it makes them brittle. And this dog ate everything that was on it except the lettuce leaf. It didn't like the lettuce leaf. It was too cute. But I don't know about giving my dog raw chicken.
Okay. There's a few schools of thought, but if there's salmonella in that, I think animals can get it. So, I mean, I could be wrong, but I know that a lot of vets frown upon you giving raw chicken to your dog.
Mhm.
And I was always told by all the vets I've ever seen to cook the chicken or the turkey. You can use ground turkey as food for them. I made a lot of Trixie's food the last few months she was alive, and I was told to do like frozen peas and carrots and rice and
Mhm.
chicken ground up and boil it.
Okay.
And that's what they told me to do. And
Yeah.
they don't need um But yeah, I saw people with like making food and using chicken livers and gizzards and all the stuff you wouldn't normally think that you would
Right.
want to eat. They can eat, and it's less expensive. But organ meat is the first thing an animal would eat in the wild,
Mhm.
so it has a lot of nutrition. I don't know, something to think about. All
Bye,
right,
Cameron.
take Cameron.
Right.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
nasty little creatures. So.
Raw chicken helps
Oh.
promote coat growth. Okay.
Hmm. Well, I tell you what, Bella does not need to promote her coat growth.
I'm
That dog.
sorry to laugh that much. I was thinking that my dogs, like they were saying,
Oh.
salmon oil is good to prevent shedding, and I mean, I don't know, like there's omega oil pills I think for dogs.
Hmm.
The dog food I buy is supposedly a premium food, or maybe it's a sometimes they call it super premium. What does that mean?
Uh-huh.
It wears a cape, I guess.
Right.
And yeah, so this premium
Wow.
food, all the things that they promised with this premium food diet, it's all like a bunch of hooey.
Oh my
I
gosh.
mean, I think that they do add the things they add, but and I'm not saying it feed cheaper food. I'm just saying like all the like, oh, it's so highly absorbable. They'll have like small little petite poops and blah blah. I'm like, no, their poops are normal.
Right. Wow. I feel like I just groomed them, and look at them already. I mean, Bella looks like a bear. So, and that's not.
They're cute with the longer hair.
But it's so hard. It's so hot, and she's when
Somebody,
she, right now
somebody.
she's scratching to where she
Oh, here.
pulls her hair out. So I know she's miserable. So yeah. But anyway.
I was I've been brushing them a lot, but even that it doesn't help much
Hey, Amy.
once it gets going.
Oh, look, your sister
And look
told you.
who's here, Amy, and no
Hey,
money to
Greg.
you, Greg.
How's it going?
Hi, Amy and Greg. They like to come. He likes to come at the end of a show
I
and
know.
pop on
I
and
know.
say hi. He doesn't want to have to discuss things.
No, we go pretty short with them, Belle. Like, Bella she gets shaved down, and Precious is a little bit longer, but yeah, they just grow fast. It's like the grass; it grows.
Well, I was told that a golden retriever at this point, like you don't cut off the long fur because it helps keep them cooler.
Hmm.
Actually, it works
Yeah, they usually
in the
just
other
trim
way.
them up a little bit.
I have seen that, but people were saying don't even. I mean, maybe around the feet, and that's about it.
Hmm.
And I know some people do that. I know that woman that Rover,
Yeah,
she'll do. She calls it the sanitary,
yeah, right.
where she gives them a little trim up. But I don't know.
Yeah, and then usually they'll give them a good uh, brushing to get the undercoat out and stuff. So
I know that when I give them a bath, it clogs my drain. So a lot comes out.
you need to put one of those little
I
catcher hair catchers.
I have, and even
I
with
have to do
that,
that with my daughter. Oh my god.
even with that, it still gets a lot of it. It gets missed, and somehow
I don't know. All you people with long hair, I find Marie's hair everywhere. It makes me crazy.
maybe she needs salmon oil.
She needs to be brushed to get her undercoat out. I don't know. It's like you do something and it's like all of a sudden his hair appears. It's like, really?
I just started taking actually the omega oils. They were
Thank
saying it
you.
helps moisturize your skin and stuff. If they say it's good for your brain, I'm like, so good.
Oh,
Oh, her glitter was showing.
yeah, all my glitter showing. Oh god.
Ugh,
That's cute. I never heard it put that way before, Amy.
that's funny. Are you doing like a I was gonna say a brownish or blonde-ish color. What color are you going? Or is it the picture color?
The last time I dyed my hair, it was purple.
Really? I
Yeah.
would. I was almost tempted to do a color like a rose gold or like I don't know, like a pink on this a little
Uh-huh.
bit. But then and I'm like, I know it doesn't matter how old you are to do that, but I am getting married in a few months, and if it doesn't come out, I don't know if I really.
It
I
sparkles in
don't.
the light.
Yeah, I don't know what color would be like so great. And then Tony doesn't understand all that stuff. He's getting to be like an old fart. He used to be really cool. When I met him, I
Black
had like a
too.
streak of pink in my hair. Black.
Just one
Okay.
black.
I had a streak in my hair of like I had hot pink.
Uh-huh.
And but I didn't the whole time. I mean, I disappeared once. We were at a festival and I had to put in during the fest, and he didn't say anything the whole time. Like when I came back, he said nothing, and he said nothing the next day. And it wasn't until a few weeks later that he actually said something. So I didn't say anything. I was waiting for him to say something. I was thinking maybe he'll notice I have like I don't know. It was like bright pink hair, and like a little strip coming down. It was like an extension they glued on.
Well, when I did my purple, and I wanted like a streak in the right in the front of like blonde with the purple, and it was kind of white. Well, before she toned it, it was like golden color. So I looked like LSU with purple and gold hair. So we definitely had to tone the front to make it blonde or white or whatever. But I'll never do that again. It was too hard to get out. Thank God I like short hair because I was able to cut it out quick.
Oh, so you really had to like let it grow all the way out.
Yeah, it was
Because
permanent.
some people, it just sort of, it seems to fade out really quickly. I
Yeah.
guess it depends.
Well, I don't mind my hair being short. When my sister was in beauty school, she used to use me as her guinea pig. So, because you can just shave it right off, I don't care.
Well, it looks good white. I like that your hair is all like almost that silvery white color.
Mhm.
And my mother's, the front of her head looked like that, and that was pretty. I like when women have that
Thank you, Bill.
over the like total salt and pepper that I have, which I just found it like a little less appealing, a lot less appealing. That's why I don't keep it.
Yeah.
If
I
but
mean,
I know
some
one
days I
day.
want to do it, but my hair grows so fast that the roots show and I keep it short. So I would be dyeing it like every 2 weeks. And number one, I can't afford that. And that's just too much work.
I think things might change for me after my wedding. I keep saying that I will grow my hair out, and then it gets to be 2 inches, and I go, I can't stand it, and I do something.
Hmm.
Well, maybe that's the time I can play with the color, the weird colors.
Right. You got him hooked. And if he doesn't like it, it doesn't matter.
I
Right.
wasn't thinking of that. I was just thinking it wouldn't be in pictures for. I
Right.
mean,
Right.
it might be
Yeah.
in
You don't
pictures.
want to do anything major before your wedding.
Yeah, I mean, but everybody thinks I'm like a lunatic anyway. So what's the difference? It's like they would kind of expect me to
Show
have
up
some.
to your wedding with teal blue hair.
I no, that's your color, not mine. I would probably be pink or rose gold or
Uh huh.
I don't know, maybe purple. I
Funny.
thought I looked at a girl that had all the different colors of hair, and to me, she looked the best in like a pinkish sort
Uh
of
huh.
color. And blue looked really good, very pale blue. Looked really
Right.
nice on her. But she was probably 25
Hmm.
and had really beautifully thick hair. And it's a very different canvas, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's hard to compare apples and oranges sometimes.
Hmm. I don't know. Ma'am, are you still here, Emily? Her children have had the most beautiful red hair,
Okay.
gorgeous red hair. They were
I was
like Chris.
I was born with red hair. I just got a messenger notification. Who's messengering me while I'm
Not
online?
me. Not I.
If
Mm-mm-mm.
somebody calls, would it knock me off of this broadcast? I'm just curious.
I don't know.
Now I just got a second messenger. people are like, why can't you? There's a few people who know how to kind of like find me quickly, and then other
Mhm.
people, I never find them. So, but I told people if you probably want to find me, the best chances are Messenger because
Right.
I have my iPad on and I will see the alerts
Mhm.
usually, or I'll go on there and see that somebody. It might not be. And that's now. If there's a third message.
You better check
I
it.
can't wait to read all these messages that someone's sending me. I can't back and forth it unless I go to a cell phone, which might be dead. I could do it. I have a cell phone.
I can do it. Ooh,
I could
she
do
can
it.
do it.
I've been there's a dog at my feet though. I can't
You
really
got your
move.
new phone, right? Did you? No. Not yet.
No,
No, not
they
yet.
wouldn't give me a phone. They said that you have to have to get any kind of credit. You need to have a phone worth. Okay, I have the Pixel 1, and you needed to have a Pixel 4 or newer to get a
Oh.
new phone. And my phone is worth like $59. And what they said that they would do for free is that they would take it from me to dispose of for free.
Yeah, and
Isn't
they'll
that
resell
nice?
it and try to sell it again.
That they just said, "Oh, we'll take it, but you don't get
Wow,
anything."
that's
It's like,
crazy.
okay,
That is
yeah.
totally crazy.
Meanwhile, the battery doesn't work. I could get it replaced, but I want to get a phone that takes nice photographs so
Hmm.
that I'll have it at my wedding. But then
Right.
I have to. Who's going to be like running that list of songs? Is it going to be my phone? I'm going to need my phone for pictures. It has to be Tony. Tony's phone is equally old as my phone. We are dinosaurs. We have phones that are so antiquated, and he never updates it, and he doesn't download any kind of apps usually. It's like we're so
I know.
like,
The other day, I asked my mom. She was saying her phone wasn't working. I said, "When's the last time you turned it off and turned it back on?"
ugh, we're dinosaurs. And then he keeps it on airplane mode constantly, and he doesn't get phone calls. And then the people that do call
Oh,
him, he never answers anyway. So it, most of the messages, I think my telephone message box says like, it's full. And when I play them back, it's like, why do you even have a phone? Why do you even? And it's like everybody's voice is different, but it's like, why do you even have a phone if you never answer?
Belle says at least you have a cell phone. She's still using a landline.
Well, I use a landline. My cell phone is pretty much useless. It's like it's a lot of money for nothing if I don't use it.
Right.
So
Oh,
yeah,
mine's
I
always in
mean,
use.
well, apparently you can go online and get a Pixel 1 for $50, $59 on eBay. I mean
Wow.
that it works a little. It needs like a probably $100 battery.
Right.
I don't want to put another 100. I already put 85 into like the battery slot.
Right.
That broke like 2 years ago.
Yeah. My mama had a Pixel 4. She hated it. I mean, hated it.
Really?
Yes. She would, this phone is crazy, and I'm
I
like,
I don't
we were
like
just
I
like,
never really liked the operating system was so different from
it,
iPads and iMacs and iPhones that
well,
I
and it's different from the droids too, because like most, like the Androids that I have, you swipe backwards to get back. And this one you swiped up. So,
well, swiping up on my phone closes the window.
mhm.
And
Well,
then you have to look on a screen where is the like left arrow, and then
right. So the
and
Pixel,
it's always
Pixel
like
was very different.
on an iPad it's at the top left, and on
Hmm.
my phone it was on the bottom left. But I couldn't figure out how to make it like the sounds right. And I mean, I tried to make it like things would be vibrating and or they wouldn't be the same. I just thought if I picked a sound, the sound would work.
Hmm.
You had
I'm
to
not
pick a
a
different.
eye person. Like
It was,
I
but
don't
this
know
was the
how to work.
Pixel. I just couldn't. It didn't ever jive right. And then when the phone
Mhm.
rang, sometimes if I was already on a call, I didn't know how to like jump from call to call or even go from a website to like the phone call. Like there
Right.
wasn't an obvious on my
That was her
iPad.
problem. Yeah.
on my iPad when it rings, it says, "Do you want to accept this call? Yes, no." And it didn't do that on
Right.
the Pixel. I was like, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
so hard."
I know. So we got her S20, so she's happier with that, but she still has issues.
What brand is an S20?
It's a Galaxy, Samsung.
I I think that might have been like there was one more reasonable Samsung that they were giving away during a promotion. I said to Tony, he goes, "Let's deal with the promotions later on." I said, You can't do a promotion after the fact.
Right,
You already imported my number. If you didn't get a promotion right away, you're not going to get one. You're not going
right,
to say, "Okay, now give me a promotion."
right.
He wasn't thinking it through. He's not. He just doesn't care. I mean, he'll care if there's a bill to pay. Like if I all of a sudden buy a phone and say, "Hey, guess what?"
Right. Here's the bill.
Yeah, it's going to
But
cost
they
now.
usually give you pretty reasonable notes on them, you know.
Oh, you mean like the nearly like $1,400 phone
Yeah.
is
Hmm.
$35 a month
Right.
or $25 a month. Yeah, it depends where you buy it,
Yeah.
like and the contract length. But yeah, it's less painful than
Mhm.
paying up front.
Right. Right. You
Everything
would.
is so much more money now.
I know.
Anyway,
I went to the grocery and I had a couple bags and it was like $75. And it wasn't all that much stuff that I bought. I bought some fruits and a couple of vegetables.
I bought a few things at Walmart and it was I don't know. I think it was 75 or $85. I didn't even really process,
Hmm.
but I know it was closer to 100 than I wanted it to
Right.
be.
Well, yesterday I went to the deli
I
to
bought
get
fruit.
sliced sandwich
Mhm.
meat. I mean, and it's like 10.99, 8.99 a pound. I mean, really?
Yeah. Well,
It's a
at
lot.
least like what I noticed about Walmart that it okay at ShopRite, whereas that's our normal store. Like you have, I want to say Piggly Wigglies or um whatever Kroger's. We our store will have weekly sales on certain products. So like you could go there and say, "Oh, I'll have the sale cheese or I'll have
Hmm.
the sale ham."
Right.
And back in the day, it would be fairly reasonable. Now I don't even know if even on sale, it's like way more
Hmm.
money.
Right.
But Walmart never ran sales like that. They would just have a price, and that's that.
Yeah.
Take it or
Well,
leave
I went
it.
to Winn Dixie and it was two new girls behind the deli. I was there probably 20 minutes or more trying to get some ham, some turkey, and cheese.
It used to be like that by my
It
deli.
was crazy. And then they had two more people behind me, and the manager was just walking around like chewing on stuff. And then she went in the back and had her lunch and left these two girls up there who didn't know what they were doing. It
Do
was
you,
sad.
do you have fussy people who like say I only want thin? Like buying for my ex was horrible because he would say I want my ham that you could like read through it, and I want my cheeses to be like the thickness of a Kraft American cheese slice. And
Wow.
I'd be like,
No.
let me get the micrometer
No,
out.
I just said I want ham, I want cheese. I mean, the only particular, my mom wanted 6 slices of ham because more than that it goes bad and she won't eat it. So, but other than that, it was,
That's
a
fine.
pound of turkey, a pound of ham. It was
We used to have
crazy.
people in the Bronx saying, I need $1 worth of cheese. Give me $1 worth of ham. Give me $1 worth. And that's how they would buy their food. Okay. Oh, okay. That's nice.
Lurking and
He's got questions and
working.
orders.
Okay. When I get that, do y'all panic when you get that sound from eBay? It's that sound that lets you know somebody's got a question. That makes me crazy. I
I had
hate
all my
it.
alerts off. I would get emails from them every day.
Oh,
Or I
God.
would check. I would check in the morning and check in the afternoon, check in the evening.
Right.
And I never really like had all these like different I wouldn't even know what the sound sounded like. And I never had the ka-ching sound on, which was sad. I wanted to hear that.
It's questions like, how tall is this vase? Well,
That
if you look at all
you
the
go
pictures,
like, oh,
the
the six and
measuring
a
tape
half
is
inch tall
there.
base is 6.5 inches. Thank you.
I mean, it's like the measuring tape is right there next to it, you know, or, oh God.
I love when the people would say to me, what size is this? And I go, my listing for the size 6 pair of
Yeah,
pants
but
is for a size 6 pair of pants.
right.
If you want a more specific question, like
Exactly. I got one the other day and it was like, oh God. And then when I looked at it, the girl, I had sold her this little teeny tiny Pekingese dog figure. And she sent me a message to let me know how much it looked like her dog and pictures of her dog to say
you
thank
showed
you.
me
So
that.
that
That
was
was so
nice.
cute.
That was really nice. But yeah, I hate that sound, Greg. Oh my God.
And you know that somebody would get the pictures of the dog and she's like, I don't care what your dog looks like.
I was all excited
But
because
it was cute. I thought
it
that
was.
was sweet. Finally, somebody was nice.
Yeah, every now and then I'll get somebody say, you know, one guy sent me a message and said my package could have went through a hurricane and it still wouldn't have broke because of the way I wrapped it, you know. But so
That was nice.
yeah,
I got a couple messages like that, but I mean, there's always that one in every crowd that would say,
right.
"Oh, I'm sure that you shrunk this sweater before you sold it." And I'm thinking, well, I got a newsreel lady. I didn't even touch it. I just
I
took
have
the
a
tag
magic
off and threw
shrinker
it.
in the back. Oh
I
my
didn't even.
God.
I didn't try to shrink it. That's the way it came to me.
Oh, I didn't get a question just now. Or did I? Did I? No, I didn't.
Maybe. Did you said you heard some noise? Go see.
Oh, maybe I did. I don't know.
Maybe we could all go online and ask Dawn questions like. I have a question. Is Garrett having a nice birthday? That would be my question.
Well, Saturday we were supposed to have like I was supposed to cook. Actually, his sister, her birthday was May 23rd. So we were supposed to have a birthday for her. Then I had the dance review for the grandkids. So we put her off another week. And then Marie had the COVID, and then Thomas had the COVID. So it's probably just going to be us this weekend. And then the following weekend, it's we'll have something for all three of them. But I'm just going to cook something and make a cake for the both of them. And we'll probably do it Sunday since I'm having a garage sale on Saturday.
All right.
Yeah. But I'll ask them what they want. Sean said he didn't want a cake.
I'm getting more messenger notifications. I gotta go look at this. Somebody's probably, what's going on?
Right, Greg. It's that other like musical kind of one. I hate that sound.
What the hell's so important? Somebody's contacting me 100 times.
Listen to a fussing.
What? I got like 4 messenger things. Oh my gosh! I tried to sign up for a new email, and they kept sending me like these. They go, when you receive this email, send the verification code over, and we'll like confirm that that's your like the alternative email box. So I kept sending in the codes they were sending me, and they kept saying invalid. And I'm like,
I hate
we
that.
did this 4 times, and I'm like, it's not going to ever work. If you're always sending me a code and it's invalid, something's wrong. I go,
Right.
I'm obviously getting
Right.
an email.
I was trying to get into my sister-in-law's profile for her medical from the doctor to get her results. And it was like it kept sending codes. It kept, you got to verify. You got to do this. What was that look for?
You went like.
Hey, Bella.
Phone can
Can I see Bella? Come on, Bella. Let me show you. This is my hairy Bella.
I got a message from you that said 3-minute warning.
I sent that early. I know.
My friend was talking to me. My friend who's like into music, like she messaged me Now, you see, I didn't message her back because I'm talking to you guys and you. And some people think that, like, why did you read my message and not message me back? Like, they think, like, you're so horrible that you wouldn't return a call. Now, and I'm thinking occasionally you really are doing something else, like driving or
Right.
talking to some other person. You can't just stop. And it's hard for me to, like,
What's the matter?
chew gum and ride a bike or whatever the hell you're supposed to do. I can't do things.
Come on. You
I mean,
coming?
I can multitask
Yeah.
some stuff. Back in the day, I was better at it.
So
I
well,
mean, I've
ahead.
been avoiding somebody's phone call for a very long time
Hush.
because it's going to involve like paperwork, and I hate doing paperwork. And then I mean, anyway, I have to make some phone calls today and do stuff.
So, well, we need to just about wrap it up. Bella wants to go outside, and I have to go get that guy's order shipped out. So,
Okay.
all right, guys, thank y'all
Well,
so much for coming.
yeah, thanks for coming by
Bella says
and
goodbye.
saying hi to us. We appreciate it. My
Thank
dogs
you.
didn't hardly make any noise this whole time.
Huh?
They've been sleeping like the whole time.
I know. She was pretty good too.
She slept barked. But he slept barked.
Today. She didn't. So she wants to go out. So, all right, guys, we'll see you
Take
guys
care,
next
everybody.
week. Bye.
Bye.